What is happening, Bayhive? Welcome back to the Bayonce Beat, your ultimate source for everything breaking and buzzing. The news cycle is absolutely electric right now, and we've got the hottest, most talked about updates hitting you faster than a surprise album drop. You do not want to miss what's going down. From must-watch movies before they vanish to candid industry confessions and exciting new projects on the horizon, we're diving deep into the stories that are dominating the conversation. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's get into it. First up, a hidden gem on Netflix is about to make its exit, and you need to know about it now. We're talking about a comedy that's been flying under the radar, but is packed with laughs and has a cult following for a reason. This is your final warning to catch it before it disappears into the digital ether this month. Is it worth the hype? We've got the inside scoop. Then, we're shifting gears to the high-stakes world of Hollywood, where a major studio head is calling out a popular new series for its portrayal of the industry. He's got some strong opinions, calling it mostly horseshit, but also admitting there's a kernel of truth in the satire. What does this powerful figure really think about the show that's got everyone talking? We break down his candid remarks. And speaking of Hollywood, we've got another big development in the entertainment sphere. Two beloved actors are reportedly in talks for a new comedy project that sounds absolutely hilarious and incredibly relatable. This pairing could be a match made in cinematic heaven, and we're revealing all the details about what this potential film could be about and who's involved. Get ready to be excited. Finally, we're wrapping up with a look at a film that's being hailed as an underrated must-see on Netflix. It's a sci-fi comedy that's garnered a dedicated following and is praised for its unique humor and heartwarming chemistry. Don't miss out on this one before it's gone. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and let us know in the comments what you think of today's news. Don't miss this underrated Netflix gem before it's gone. This is your final chance to catch a critically acclaimed sci-fi comedy on Netflix that's packing its bags this September. It's a film that masterfully blends laughs with genuine heart, making it a must-watch before it vanishes from the platform. If you're looking for a movie that offers something truly special, this is it. Released in 2011, Paul is a hilarious road trip adventure directed by Greg Mottola, starring the dynamic duo Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. These two legends, known for their work on Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, play a pair of obsessive sci-fi fans on a cross-country journey. Their trip takes an unexpected turn when they encounter a real-life alien named Paul, who is on the run from a shadowy government agency. What follows is a riotous escapade that's often described as a stoner version of E.T. the Extraterrestrial. The brilliance of Paul lies in its execution. Pegg and Frost, who also co-wrote the script, deliver performances that are both incredibly funny and deeply touching. They portray Graham Willie and Clive Gollings, two adult best friends who, despite their age, haven't quite outgrown their childhood obsessions. The undeniable chemistry between Pegg and Frost is the film's anchor, making their bond feel authentic and relatable, even amidst the extraterrestrial chaos. Their enduring friendship grounds the fantastical elements, providing a heartfelt core to the comedy. Adding another layer of genius is Seth Rogen's voice performance as Paul. Rogen imbues the titular alien with a personality that's both hilariously jaded and surprisingly poignant. His portrayal elevates Paul from a mere CGI creation to a fully realized character, capable of expressing genuine emotion, including regret. This nuanced performance is key to making the audience care about Paul's plight and root for his escape. The film's visual effects are a remarkable blend of CGI and practical effects, bringing Paul to life in a way that feels both classic and cutting-edge. Yet, the visual spectacle would be nothing without a compelling character at its center. Paul succeeds because Paul himself is not just funny, but also sympathetic, making it easy to understand why Graham and Clive are compelled to help him evade the authorities and return home. The comedy never overwhelms the narrative stakes. While Paul is undoubtedly a comedy, it manages to maintain a sense of urgency and danger, thanks to its strong cast. Jason Bateman offers a memorable performance as Special Agent Lorenzo Zoil, the determined government agent tasked with recapturing Paul. His character's actions, though sometimes quirky, are ultimately explained by the film's conclusion. Kristen Wiig shines as Ruth Buggs, a woman whose life is irrevocably changed by her encounter with Paul and his human companions, eventually becoming a key player in their mission. The supporting cast, including Bill Hader and Joe Lo Truglio as bumbling agents, and a surprise cameo from Sigourney Weaver, further enhanced the film's comedic impact. Paul is a testament to the power of performance and well-crafted humor. It stands on its own as a complete story, needing no sequel to feel satisfying. However, with its August 31st departure from Netflix, you'll need to act fast. Fans are buzzing about the film's unique blend of humor and heart, with many praising Peg and Frost's continued comedic partnership. Don't let this incredible film slip through your fingers. Next, we're diving into some spicy industry commentary from a major Hollywood player. Sony boss calls Seth Rogen's new show mostly horseshit. Sony Pictures CEO Tom Rothman has weighed in on Seth Rogen's latest TV venture, The Studio, a satirical look at the Hollywood film industry, making waves with his candid assessment. While acknowledging a kernel of brilliant, blinding truth within the series, Rothman declared the rest to be mostly horseshit, asserting that studio executives are not morons. This sharp critique highlights a fascinating tension between Hollywood's self-perception and its portrayal in popular media. The Studio, which premiered on Apple TV+, stars Rogen as Matt Remick, an executive navigating the tumultuous landscape of a fictional film studio, Continental Studios. The show, created by Rogen and Evan Goldberg, delves into the complexities and compromises inherent in the business, featuring a star-studded cast and cameos from industry heavyweights like Martin Scorsese and Olivia Wilde. The series has been lauded for its sharp writing and insider humor, drawing comparisons to The Office for its portrayal of workplace dynamics. Rothman, speaking to Letterboxd, expressed a nuanced view of the show. He stated, "In each one of those episodes, there is a kernel of brilliant, blinding truth, and that's what makes great satire." However, he quickly followed up with, "The show is wonderfully satiric. Besides that kernel, everything else is horseshit. Maybe some days, but most days we're not morons." This statement suggests that while the show captures certain authentic aspects of the industry, it exaggerates or misrepresents the day-to-day realities and professionalism of studio executives. He further elaborated on his perspective, emphasizing the integrity and passion that drive individuals in his position. "Most people are people like me, who love movies, have a lot of integrity, and are just trying to do the best we can," Rothman remarked. He pointed out that the show accurately depicts the passion for filmmaking and the challenges faced by executives, but diverges in its portrayal of moral compromise. Rothman feels the series leans too heavily into depicting executives as morally ambiguous, rather than as dedicated professionals striving to succeed in a difficult environment. Rothman's comments come at a time when the studio has received significant critical acclaim, including a 5-star review from the Beyonce Beat, which praised its technical, practical, and comedy genius, and called it a self-loathing love letter to the biz. The series has garnered considerable attention, including 23 nominations at the 77th Emmy Awards, tying the Bear for the most comedy nominations in a single season. Rogen and Goldberg themselves acknowledged the surreal nature of this recognition, noting it was a whole new novelty and level of recognition for their careers. Despite his criticisms, Rothman confirmed he viewed the show with the intended sense of humor and even referenced it during a presentation at CinemaCon, playfully introducing himself as Seth Rogen. This gesture underscores a professional respect for the satire, even while disagreeing with its broader portrayal of the industry. The debate initiated by Rothman's comments invites a closer look at how Hollywood portrays itself versus how it is perceived, adding another layer of intrigue to an already buzzy series. Audience reaction has been mixed, with some agreeing with Rothman's assessment of the show's exaggeration, while others defend its satirical take on industry practices. Rothman's bold statements certainly stir the pot in Hollywood. Now, let's pivot to some exciting news about a potential new comedy project that has fans buzzing. Sony boss sees kernel of truth in Rogen's Hollywood satire defends execs. Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group CEO Tom Rothman has offered his take on Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg's latest project, The Studio, a television series satirizing the film industry. Rothman, who knows the inner workings of studio executive life firsthand, shared his thoughts in a recent interview, noting that while the show contains a kernel of brilliant, blinding truth, much of its depiction is horseshit. He firmly stated that most days, executives are not morons. The studio follows Matt Remick, played by Rogen, as he takes the helm at the fictional Continental Studios amid significant industry upheaval. The series has been praised for its sharp humor and its ability to capture the chaotic, often absurd nature of filmmaking. Rothman acknowledged the satirical brilliance, telling Letterboxd, "In each one of those episodes, there is a kernel of brilliant, blinding truth, and that's what makes great satire." However, he was quick to add, "The show is wonderfully satiric. Besides that kernel, everything else is horseshit. Maybe some days, but most days we're not morons." Rothman emphasized that he found the show humorous and took it in the spirit it was intended. He even incorporated a reference to Rogen's character during a speech at CinemaCon, playfully introducing himself as the actor to elicit a laugh from the audience. This indicates a level of professional camaraderie despite his critical commentary on the show's accuracy. He also pointed out that the series correctly captures the genuine passion and dedication studio executives have for movies, as well as the numerous obstacles they face. What it gets right is that there's a fundamental truth of studio executives trying to do the right thing, and there being many, many obstacles to doing so, Rothman explained. However, he took issue with the show's portrayal of a great deal of moral compromise, asserting that it doesn't reflect the reality for most people in the industry. "Most people are people like me, who love movies, have a lot of integrity, and are just trying to do the best we can," he added. The series has been a critical darling, earning a glowing 5-star review from the Beyonce Beat and securing an impressive 23 nominations at the 77th Emmy Awards, matching The Bear for the most comedy nominations in a single season. The show's ensemble cast and its high-profile guest stars, including Martin Scorsese, Ron Howard, and Zoe Kravitz, have contributed to its buzz. Rogen and Goldberg expressed surprise and pleasure at the Emmy recognition, noting it was a new and unexpected level of industry acknowledgement for their work, especially given the show's specific focus on Hollywood. Rothman's comments have sparked discussion about the authenticity of Hollywood portrayals in media, with many viewers and industry insiders weighing in on whether the studio strikes the right balance between satire and reality. Rothman's candid thoughts certainly add fuel to the Hollywood fire. Now, get ready for some exciting news about a potential new comedy collaboration that has everyone talking. Kendrick and Seth Rogen in talks for new comedy babies. Get ready for a potential comedy powerhouse. Kendrick, known for her roles in Pitch Perfect and Woman of the Hour, and Seth Rogen, star of Pineapple Express and The Studio, are reportedly in negotiations to lead a new comedy feature titled Babies. The film is set to be directed by Lauren Miller Rogen from her original screenplay and is expected to begin production in Los Angeles this November. Babies centers on Kendrick and her husband Aaron Rogen, a couple grappling with the significant decision of whether or not to start a family. Their lives take an unexpected turn when a newly divorced friend moves in with them, bringing along her 3-year-old child. This situation thrusts Annie and Aaron into the role of instant co-parents, throwing their personal deliberations about parenthood into a chaotic and comedic new reality. The premise promises a relatable exploration of the joys, challenges, and unexpected turns that come with family life and the transition into parenthood. The pairing of Kendrick and Rogen is particularly exciting for fans. The two actors previously shared the screen in the 2011 dramedy 50-50, where their chemistry was widely praised. Rogen's signature comedic style, often characterized by its sharp wit and relatable observational humor, combined with Kendrick's ability to deliver both comedic and dramatic performances with charm and intelligence, suggests Babies could be a standout film in the comedy genre. Lauren Miller Rogen, whose directorial debut was the 2019 film Like Father, brings her own perspective to the project, having penned the original screenplay. Her experience in the industry, both as an actress and writer, suggests a thoughtful and nuanced approach to the film's themes. The synopsis hints at a narrative that will likely resonate with audiences navigating the complexities of relationships, family planning, and the unpredictable nature of life. Production is slated to commence in November in Los Angeles, a hub for the entertainment industry. This early stage of development means that details are still fluid, but the involvement of such prominent talent already has the industry buzzing. Fans are eager to see how this story of unexpected parenthood and the pressures of starting a family will unfold, especially with Rogen and Kendrick at the helm. This project taps into themes of modern family dynamics and the often overwhelming decisions surrounding starting a family, making it a potentially very relevant and resonant film for a wide audience. The combination of Rogen's comedic sensibilities and Kendrick's versatile acting talent, under the direction of Lauren Miller Rogen, sets the stage for a potentially hilarious and heartwarming cinematic experience. Fans have taken to social media to express their excitement about the potential Kendrick-Rogen reunion and the premise of babies. This new comedy sounds like a must-see, and that wraps up our news for today. Stick around for a super quick recap of all the stories we covered. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We've got an underrated Netflix comedy leaving soon, a Sony boss giving his unfiltered take on Hollywood satire, exciting news about a potential new comedy starring on a Kendrick and Seth Rogen, and a final reminder about that must-watch film on Netflix. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Beyonce Beat for all your breaking news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, leave a comment telling us your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all our social media channels. We'll see you next time.